Hi everybody, it's nice to see you again. We just come back from MDX. So today we're going to show you our most top secret office, the new R&D office in Taiwan. So this is where we design all the product and do all the product planning. When we walk in the door, this is where our library area. So this is roughly about 20% of the books we have in the company. The other 80% still in the US headquarters. The newer car, you have tons of information on internet. A lot of older car, you rely on various books, magazines from different time period to give you more accurate information. So it's a very time consuming process to accumulate and collect all the information you need to produce data for older model cars. The office is about 330 square meter, 10th floor, so we had a very good view in Taipei City. The whole office is designed for 7 people, including me. You know, I work here part-time. So we have 5 engineers plus a graphic designer working here. So our cute, beautiful designer, you know, she's doing the livery designs right now. We created special kitchen restaurant area to give the teams something different, just a little space for them to chill, watch some TV at their break time. And as you can see, Nick and Thomas is working right now, you know, on various different projects, and that's my office in the back. Over here, you also get to see these are the samples sent to this office for my final approval. Some of you may know our company actually owns several different brands, Tasby, TSM, you know, MINI GT, of course. So regardless, all the samples had to submit a final sample, sent here for me to do a final check. And once it's okay, we will fill up the paperwork, and then the factories and suppliers, they can wrap up the production and go to the final stage of delivery. In this office, we do everything from early product research to product planning, and then development of the product. Then what they do is they will coordinate with the engineering teams we have in China, which does the heavy lifting on the running to the factory, work with the factory on tooling and for the production. So essentially, you can call this is the brand of TSM and MINI GT brands. So, all right, so today that you give a small peek of what we do here, and then we're gonna spend some time look at the samples we bring back from MDX. Now will be the fun part as well. We have the samples just returned from MDX, quite many of them. I think we have like roughly nearly 200 samples. We were hoping to do a sample review at MDX, but of course, as everybody can imagine, there's so many people and so noisy and really not the best situation. So we decided to do a additional sample, you know, a quick walkover at our R&D office. So let's have some fun. Let's dig in. So we show various prototypes, the new G-Class. Of course, we are expanding our partnership with AMG and Mercedes, and so we are adding more Mercedes car. The 560 SEC, this is, you know, when I was a kid, this is the car, the cool car where you have a huge Mercedes badge at the front grille, looks aggressive, the shark looking, you know, head shapes. So this is one of the car I always want to produce with Mercedes. During the MDX, we announced we're doing more motorcycle with Harley Davidson, and this is the Honda going. So we are also expanding our motorbike models with Hondas, not just Harley Davidson. And of course, there are samples such as, this is also a little surprise for everybody, the Carrera GT, also one of my favorite car. We are doing the art car with Mizu at the MDX. We're going to do various configuration with a pickup, with a vent. Of course, our newest Bugatti, the Mistral W16, and with, you know, nice details inside the interiors. Over here, mostly JDM, Japanese car. We have the hand sample of the Liberty Walk Hakosuka. So this is also one of my favorite cars for upcoming. We have the R35 in CIS configuration and R33 in the CIS here, and then of course the Z-Twin from R34. So this would be how MINI GT makes Z-Twin R34 models. Personally, of course, this is important. Our show car, R01T, this is from the tooling. So it's the first car we designed the body kit and model with a real car all together. So it has a special meaning for me. And I think many of you saw the car in Tokyo Auto Salon and the Meet and Cruise and MDX. So the model car is coming. And over there, we see plenty of race car. This is the race car section. Definitely, the Mustangs, the typical, McLaren GT3. We have the AMG GT3, which is one of our newest tooling. Of course, expanding from the partnership with Mercedes and AMGs. And then we also having the Porsche Cup cars. A lot of people, this is what we announced a few weeks ago, the 20 car set. And some of the collectors may misunderstood the story behind this car, because why we did it as a set, because in the past, the past, I would say 20 years, many model makers try to produce these models in different scale, 118, 143, some of them try to do it 164. The problem many collectors have is nobody actually really finish all 20 car. So they probably make 3, 4, 5, then they stop. And it's a very famous race that there's a lot of famous drivers named on it, and they race the vehicles. So as a old collector like me, been collecting model car for 25 plus years, 30 years, it's always it's something I want to accomplish. So when I show the samples at Nuremberg, Germany, early this year, often people ask me, so Glenn, is this a 5-year program, 6-year program, 3 years program? How many cars are you going to release per year? And I decided, no, we're going to do this one shot. Over the 10, 15 last years, too many people promise and fail, and everybody has a missing gap in their collection. So, and also I think everybody can imagine if we produce this model in a separate production process, you have problem with the color matching and they look slightly different, and it might irritate some of the demanding collectors. So we decided to do one shot 20 cars one time. So for the hardcore collectors, and that will be it. Besides the Senna, we will have a separate car with a figure inside, and that will sell separately. That will be it, and we will never produce these cars from this race individually. Here we have the continue expanding 007 James Bond and some of these fun cars like the DBS from the chasing with all the scratches, snow door. We have the 2CV, one of my favorite French little car, and of course submarine is coming. The famous Toyota 2000 GT convertible. It's convertible because Sean Connery is too tall. They had to chop the roof. And so the James Bond collection will keep coming, and there's still many more to come. And then here we have the more Formula One car from Senna. This is the one I was just talking about. So it's the same Mercedes car with the Senna figure inside in the driving. And then we have one of the smallest MINI GT 4-wheel model, the Senna in go-kart forms. So the Senna program will be catching up, and many Senna model is coming for sure. Here we have the BBR Ferrari, and this year Ferrari definitely with BBR we will have great selection for everybody. You can see various Testarossa in different convertible, the F40, the upcoming F80, the F50 in convertible or hardtop configurations. So definitely this would be the year for BBR to expand, and many of you are going to have many nice Ferrari models from MINI GT and BBR. And over here we have some little bit unique. Here is what we show at MDX, the concept from Mizu, that we did a design process, imagining to do a hippie car with Indonesian artwork. So consider, of course, hippie is more American culture, but just kind of imagine Indonesian hippie. That was the idea. And some of you may recognize this little setup. It's actually the MINI GT booth at the Red Bull event in Taiwan last year. And during the events, my team asked me, say, hey Glenn, if we reach the sales target with good service, what do we get for doing such a good job? I said, what do you guys want? It's like, can we make a diorama of this interesting booth? I said, sure, if you guys meet all the target, we'll do it. And they did. So we have the replica of the MINI GT booth in the Red Bull Showrun event in Taiwan 2024. So this is coming. Many collectors been asking me about the crazy yacht on a truck. This is also a yes, it's going to be a real product. It's planned to be a limited edition item. Why we create such product is to showcase the size and task and capability of semi trucks. Because if you today, even you take a fairly large car like Defenders, you sit right next to a semi trucks. Semi trucks is big, right? But then when semi trucks is towing a mid-sized yacht, semi truck looks a little toy, right? And that's what I try to present. It's an interesting visually. Like a lot of people never thought about how yacht was transport. Besides on the ocean, they get transport by truck as well. And here's a diesel engine that they use for the ships. And these are just some fun projects we think will help everybody gain more understanding on the truck model. And it's also a unique combinations. And I think a Volkswagen ID Buzz with the Dakar on the Rossmann livery, it doesn't require any more introduction. It's a cube perfect setup. So definitely we recreated that whole setup as a set. So the Rossmann with the Volkswagen ID Buzz, it will be released as a set models. At last, we have some interesting product here. So we will begin to release the protective cover for the collectors in order to help you protect your collections and protect from damage. And so they will come in different sizes. So this particular one is full of blister, and it has a MINI GT logo on it, high quality PVC. We even make the one for the 4-car set, and definitely for Kaido House, and the 2-car set, the limited edition with the hologram logo here. And here it says the hologram logos. So this will be coming the next 2 months. We'll be releasing as part of the accessory program. This will be constantly available for collectors to purchase. Stay tuned, and we will announce more information. This is what we have for the first half of the year, and we will probably have a new batch of sample, probably I would say September, October, and we will show you more new stuff. All right, thank you for watching this, and see you next time.